drive up in Canada and stuff like that. I mean, they have to drive. Those buses you got to drive everywhere. It's nice having a bus because it's nice just being like, all right, like I can, I don't know, not going to the airport and then you're just in the bus and I don't know. There's just, you kind of got everything there. So you just feel like if you ever got stuck, you'd be like, all right, we got all our stuff here.
Yeah.
Obviously, a bus would be better than a car.
That's what I drove it this weekend. Drove my minivan to Iowa and back through that snow. Yeah.
West Wing?
No, I had somebody else in the car with me. I had my buddy Joe Kelly, and I felt weird watching a show he doesn't know about.
Yeah. Y'all found one together? Like, you want to go through the office? You want to run back through Seinfeld?
We just had to chat.
Were you driving?
I drove the whole way there.
So you didn't feel weird about watching the TV while you drove, just because he hadn't seen the show? That's what made you feel weird about it?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Because I pull it up. I want to make this clear. I'm not like I have it up on my lap and I'm looking down. I got picture-in-picture on my phone. So I got Google Maps up, and then I got a small little corner is the West Wing or whatever show.
So you have to lean in to watch it.
No, I got it up on a little mount right in my car, and then every now and then, the West Wing, what's great about it is it's not very visual.
Yeah.
So you can just kind of listen to it, and then every now and then you just kind of peek over and see what's going on, and then look back.
It's a great description of a TV show. You don't have to really watch it. It's more of a listening. Oh, that's good. So I can be bored with my eyes and my ears.
Has Succession passed it now?
Oh, Succession was amazing, man.
But didn't you say it was your new favorite show?
Oh, I mean, I think, dude, its highs are about as good as it gets. I don't know if you've seen Succession. I don't know if you'd like it.
I could be on my way down just enjoying stuff from here on out. I could be on my way out.
Just in general.
Yeah, it's just kind of like I'm not as good as getting new things.
When was the last show or
Ted Lasso?
Yeah, that was the last one you got kind of passionate about and you liked it?
Yeah.
And you didn't even watch the new season, did you?
No, not yet. I will watch the new season. It's like you just got to get caught. I don't know if it's just me and like if it's I don't know like I mean Narcos I love and like this one I just haven't started yet. I'm having trouble like paying attention to them. Like having trouble like I was like talking to someone Joey McCullough who's with this weekend, but like I was like watching stuff. I was like this stuff doesn't like stick with me. I watch it and then it's just like I didn't watch it. We watched a bunch of Matrix at you didn't go as my we saw Matrix at the movie theater, and I don't remember. I might as well not have went. Like, it just meant nothing to me. Uh-huh. Like, I just left, and it's like...
Did you have a good time, though?
The new one?
Yeah, the new one.
Oh, okay.
I don't even really know. I mean, the other ones, it's like...
Well, you just learned a couple weeks ago that it was a simulation.
Yeah, I don't even understand the whole thing. But, I mean, it's like I can just go to movie... It just doesn't stick with me.
Yeah.
I don't soak it in. I'm not like I'm just kind of thinking. I'm wanting my brain. I mean, there could be stuff wrong with me. I mean, are people not supposed to do that? I don't have no.
You definitely wouldn't like Succession, then. It's a very high effort show.
Yeah, it's like you
gotta like settle in. Let's pay attention to everything that's going on.
Yeah, I think that's not.
And Narcos would be hard to watch on the road. It's all
I like Narcos.
I wouldn't be able to watch. It's all in a different language.
Yeah. I love Narcos, but I don't know. It might just be I don't think it's like I'm just busier than I've I just have too much on my mind, and that it's like hard for me to even find the time to do it. And if I do find the time, I want to relax, and I don't want to be invested in. Maybe that's it.
Yeah.
So maybe that's it.
You got a career and a family, dude.
Yeah.
And I have neither, so I can enjoy these shows. I'm trying to get both, but
Aaron watches everything.
Yeah, I got all the time in the world.
Yeah. Well, that's why people watch, but they, you go back and watch like Seinfeld and watch all these old jokes. You're like, you just like, it's easy.
Yep.
Like, all right, just put it on.
Zone in and out.
Yeah. That's all you're trying to do. That's all we're trying to do. That's what this podcast probably is.
Right.
That people zone in and out, Let's read some comments from you guys. First up, Kristen Rucker. I know a Rucker. Great episode, guys. The beginning was so relatable, from Aaron eating a whole tray of brownies, even though he couldn't taste them, to the incredibly hilarious MRI discussion, like loading a musket, to Nate's inability to stop eating sugar unless he finds out there's something seriously wrong. And Henry Cho was the icing on the cake. I look forward to listening every week, but this one was truly great. Thank you, Kristen. Number one, Critter. Henry Cho is very enjoyable, and now that I know how hard he worked and sacrificed to prioritize his family, I admire his character as well as respect his talent. He's just good people. Yep.
Hello.
He moved. He moved
Hello.
everybody back here.
Hello.
Yeah, it's a big move. It's good.
Hello.
Kevin
Hello.
McAllister, 85. I saw the Instagram story about the toboggan before I got the chance to catch up on this podcast. And now that I'm hearing you guys talk about it, I can't keep it together. As a Canadian, I have never heard a toque, T-O-Q-E,
I think it's toque.
a toque called toboggan in my life. Watching people say toboggan so naturally in conversation was a trip and had me laughing so hard. Thank you for the completely random moment made my day.
Yeah, few things have polarized the listeners as much as this discussion.
I don't think anything has. But
I
it
think
got
it's
pretty heated.
Let's Go versus
Hello,
Hello.
folks. Yeah.
That was the last thing that people have strong
Maybe that was
opinions
just
about.
fun.
This one's kind of fun.
I know, but I'm saying, is this one getting more serious?
This one got pretty serious.
As serious as a discussion about what to call a hat can be.
Yeah.
You know?
I've never heard of toque.
I hadn't either.
I only have heard of toque through Dusty Slay's wife, Hannah, who's Canadian. I heard her call it that once. But who's calling
Yeah.
it that in real
You
life?
didn't say anything?
No, I let it slide.
Yeah.
I used context clues. I figured out what she was talking
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, generally speaking, it seemed like people in the South call it toboggan.
Yeah.
People in Canada call it toque, and the rest of the U.S. calls it a beanie.
Yeah.
But people have sent me articles saying there's different variations. Everything's technically a beanie,
Yeah.
and then a toboggan's a type of beanie. And there's a lot of different things: knit cap, sock cap, stocking cap.
Yeah.
Stocking
But
cap.
the poll we did, beanie dominated because I think most of
That's what everybody does. Everybody calls it a beanie. I like that there's a lot of toboggans.
yeah,
That does make me feel good.
yeah. But people in Canada were pretty fired up about it, calling it toboggan.
So if you're listening, it's 437 votes for toboggan, 1,844 votes for beanie, and then toque came in last at 216 votes.
Kind of probably read those wrong. For people listening at home, if you're in suspense, you did the middle first, and then you went first place in the middle, and then just who cares, 216 at the bottom. I mean, like it's the ABC. Those were the big R. We got coming in third place. We have toque 216, toboggan 437, beanie 1840.
Yeah, that would have been the way to do it for sure.
Now, you read it maybe the least exciting way you could read it. Honestly, I don't know if you could pick a worse way, because even if there couldn't be. That's the only way that's not good, is to go 437, 1844 second, and 216 at the end. There's, I mean, all right. Well, all right.
And I didn't even think anything about it when you said it last week, because that's what I call it.
No.
Toboggan.
I call it a beanie, but I hear toboggan enough that I don't even think about it.
Who started the poll? Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, people were so fired up about it
Yeah.
that I did the poll, and I really got people fired up.
Yeah.
I love the different regional terms. They're really funny to me. I had a buddy in college from Wisconsin, and one day he was like, "I gotta fill up my water bottle at the bubbler real quick." I was
Yeah.
like, "What are you talking
That's
about?"
crazy.
Yeah, the water fountain
Bubbler.
is a bubbler.
I'd never heard
And
that.
where's he from?
Milwaukee.
Yeah.
In Wisconsin.
Yeah.
That might have just been
Is that
him.
Milwaukee? Is that? The bubbler.
A bubbler.
Yeah.
A very small little region in that part of the country that calls it a bubbler. Most of the country calls it a drinking fountain. I've always called it a water fountain.
I call it a water fountain.
Yeah,
Water fountain.
because that's what it is. You know.
It's because it gives you you drink out of it though too.
Not always. If you're filling up a water bottle out of it,
You're gonna drink eventually. It should be eventually a drinking fountain.
that's fair. Eventually, a drinking.
Yeah.
Watering your plants.
Well, I mean, if you're like a nut job, if you take your plants up there and you're standing in line with a pot, like that's what you would be. You'd be, and there's a line. of kids just waiting for the turns, and you're like 4 back, and you got just a pot, and then you just set it up there and just turn it on, and it doesn't. You gotta bend it over a little bit because the stream's not high enough. You get hit with some of those streams.
Oh yeah.
I miss the little turn one was always good, but man, you bend down and you get hit right in the forehead.
Yeah, they don't have it calibrated right.
Yeah. And if you don't know, and then some of them, like, no water comes out, and you just everybody's mouth's just on it.
It's coming out just a little bit.
Just a little bit. And then and kids will your mouth just goes on it.
Mm-hmm.
It is very funny to be like when it just hits you right in the face. Because you're not even prepared for it.
I just remember being in line in school, and it was just the prime chance to kick someone while they're doing it.
What?
I got kicked a lot.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's no way you were doing it. You were getting kicked while you were drinking.
No, think about it. It was just me.
Yeah. That's your most vulnerable position.
You never saw that? That never happened? Just
I don't.
boys like to kick each other.
I think we grew up in different times. I don't think I was around. Out of water fountains were just like.
I had segregated water fountains.
Yeah, you lived
different time.
Different time. It's Did you get kicked a bunch?
I mean, a couple times. Yeah, it was the prime kicking position.
You're vulnerable. Your back is exposed. You're leaning over. That's when I would kick you for sure.
Yeah. How quick are you taking the drink? I think you're supposed to drink like like an animal drinking out of water, where they always keep looking.
I mean, you would turn sideways to kind of try to keep an eye on somebody.
Yeah. I mean, would you just be in there, like just drinking, really drinking? And then your head hits the wall because they kick you from behind. You grab your potted plant and walk off.
Maybe that's why they were kicking me, because I was watering my plant.
Yeah. Kyle Cox. I'm a teacher, and I often tell my students the only way to get better at reading is by reading. We are now 80 episodes in, and Nate Land is proving otherwise.
Sorry, kids.
I know. They're like, he's getting better. If he slows down, if I slow down, we nail it. Chase House. I noticed at his show the other night that the 2 guys that opened the show brought their own wireless mic on stage with them, but Nate had a wired mic sitting on the stage waiting for him. Is that a personal preference of Nate's, or is there another reason behind it? Also, I noticed everyone kept looking off to the right of the stage during their acts. Was there like a timer over there to keep track of? I don't know where. So yeah, I do have it. So I don't have the mic stand up there anymore because I just always moved it, and so I just have the stool, and I lay the mic on the stool with my water, and so my stuff's all just kind of set there. And then, so the openers come, and we just have it they just bring wireless mics. Just because you have a cord. Using wireless mic is not bad. I don't mind using wireless mics, but I think a long set maybe makes you a little nervous.
What the heck?
Because it's like, the battery goes out, anything goes wrong, whatever. So short sets, usually you feel fine with it.
But do y'all do that because of COVID?
No. No. I mean, maybe, sure. We would anything that they ever thought I've done because of COVID has been pure accident. Like, did I COVID?
Well, when I'm out with Leanne, they make us use separate mics. They don't make us, but that's the reason. It's for COVID.
Oh.
The theater does it.
No, I've never had anybody say anything.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what they. But so they. Trying to think now. I don't know.
Clubs were doing that for a while.
Yeah.
All the comics get their own mic. But it'd be very funny for you to have a separate mic for everybody because of COVID. Then you go on the bus right after the show. It's like we're already around each other.
Yeah. No, I just do it like it's like my stuff's all set up there, so it's ready to go, and then I come out and just grab the microphone. I like the cord, and then the other one's just easier to to get wireless to go out. That way, it's like I don't know. It's like when you have the mic stand, it's like one thing because everything's everybody puts it back in the mic stand. But once I kind of got rid of the mic stand, and I was like I kind of like it on the stool now, and I just kind of grab it, and that's why. There's no really rhyme or reason to it. And I try to think if we look off to the right. So we looked off to the right, which would be so it'd be stage left, right? Is stage left? Is stage is what?
It's from the performer's perspective. Yeah.
So if he was looking off to the right, we'd look that way. trying to think what show he would be at. I mean, usually there's some people standing over there, or if the, you know what? I wonder if he was at the Chicago show, because we have a clock that's up there in front of the monitor, and so we have it running so everybody kind of knows what time they're at, and it'll just be like a stop clock, like stopwatch, and so it fell, and so like what might have been they were looking, because if Travis, tour manager's over there, like sometimes it's like you gotta look to be like, hey, you gonna come get this, or maybe someone's trying to signal you for something. And sometimes you might just look. I don't know. You just can't just look. If you hear something that can make you look over there, I don't think there's really no reason. Mm-hmm. It's not like there's a big reason for any of that.
Some guy calling in your jokes like a sideline coach.
Yeah. Just bring the.
Leanne's not doing meet and greets right now. Again, the venues they don't usually want her to because of COVID. So, are you doing meet and greets?
Some I have not done. We kind of just stopped.
Yeah,
doing them. I was doing them again.
You're all in.
Yeah.
But this after the show outside, this group of people came up, saw me first, and said, "Love the show." And I said, I was talking to them, and I said, "You want to get a picture?" And they said, "Sure." And they said, "We're gonna leave our mask on if that's okay." And I was like, "Yeah, sure." I thought, all right, they're being very careful, which I respect. And we take a picture. Then Leanne comes out, and they see her and freak out and everything. And they're like, "Can we get a picture?" And she says, "Sure." They all take their mask off.
Yeah. That's great.
So they basically just like, it's not worth the risk for this guy. We're going to delete it as soon as he leaves anyway.
Yeah. We're going to leave. They've been great at that. Do you mind putting yours on? Yeah. We just did this show this weekend. We didn't have we didn't have meet and greets. I've had some, so I did stop like doing them just because I know some people asked. Not a ton, but it was like it was just too much is the main reason. It's not that we're doing 2 shows a lot of places. The meet and greet would take 30, 45 minutes in between each show. It was just. And I was doing them, and it just ends up being like it's a lot of time, and it ends up being it gets pretty hard to try to do. So I still try to meet people. Sometimes you see people, and it's great to get pictures, or obviously I'll try whatever we can. But it gets hard. We still have some coming up though, and some of the it was only like there's like a couple shows left I think where it was before we kind of stopped doing them.
And how do people learn of those? Is it just on the website, like when you buy tickets?
Yeah, I mean, you can meet me now if you want me to. You ask, like, you go buy a meet and greet ticket. You go.
No, we get a lot of emails from people asking how to do meet and greets. I don't even know.
You just buy it on. Yeah, I think you buy it on their website. But I don't even know if there'll be tickets for sale that are meet and greets anymore.
Gotcha.
Because there are already tickets that were already announced from like before COVID. So I'm still making up some COVID shows. Mm-hmm. So those shows that I'm making up, some of those still would have meet and greets.
Pour Prime over my head.
We were doing them back then.
Like a Prime drink?
But now, any newer shows that went on sale, and the ones that we're doing currently.
Or in the game.
But yeah, there is a good chance I might buy tickets sometime, and I would get to meet
Yeah.
just to see you.
Yeah.
Next.
Keep it ruling. Put your mask on, sir. Mike Marcia.
Are you like a rich guy that pays people to do humiliating things?
Marcia.
Marcia? Mike Marcia?
Maybe.
No.
Is that your thing?
Marcia. There's no way. Marcia?
I tell you, I would spell it.
Cheers.
Huh?
I've seen Marcia spelled that way.
Well, that is how you spell
Marcia.
I don't think you ever have.
Well, one of the main characters of Succession name is Marcia. That's how it's spelled.
Well, how would you know how she spells her name?
I watch it with subtitles sometimes.
Oh, really?
When he's driving.
Yeah.
Well,
and she spells it like that, and her name's Marcia?
Mm-hmm.
I thought that's how you spelled Marcia.
Maybe as a...
I mean, I think it's Marcia for a last name.
For last name.
Marcia is...
I now understand why this show is considered an informational podcast. I've never had many
Thank you for
cavities,
the donation.
but at my last checkup, my dentist told me I had 12. I didn't understand it for the last 6 months until last week's episode. Since working from home, I started eating Sour Patch Kids pretty consistently. Apparently, it may have changed pH levels in my mouth. Thank you for the heads up. There you go. Marcia Brady, Marcia.
there you go.
I feel like it's a first last name thing though. I'll stick with that.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I like to think it's a couple that share an account. It's Mike and Marcia.
Oh, Mike and Marcia. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's cool.
A lot of people do that.
Yeah.
So Mike and Marcia wrote in.
Yeah.
They both have 12 cavities.
They both went through the same experience. Yeah.
12 caddies is just a lot, right?
Yeah.
12 is insane.
Yeah. I hate Sour Patch Kids. I don't think I've had them. I don't think I have them.
It's because the Undertaker's.
Yeah, because he's my dentist.
Yeah.
Aaron Thum. Hello, folks. Dentist here. Ooh. While I do agree with Kim Dunlap, the dental hygienist from last week, that Sour Patch Kids cause pH imbalances that can cause decay. It is my professional opinion that a life without Sour Patch Kids is not a life worth living. Last week, I pulled a tooth, told the patient to lay off the sweets, then sat in my office and ate a handful of Sour Patch Kids. Just to make sure to floss and brush, preferably not with cortisone.
That should be
So there you go. Yeah, I know. He's like, fine. I just, my teeth fall out. He's like, you're good, man.
It was worth it, right?
Yeah. He's like, yeah, you guys, I wouldn't even worry about it. Channel 0, Nate, Batwing, and Aaron. I'm turning 40 at the end of the month and currently weigh in at 196 pounds. You've inspired me to join the challenge to hit 165. I always need something to focus on, and there's a Tough Mudder in Massachusetts the same weekend as your show in June. Let's go, folks. So he's going to do the Tough Mudder.
Yep.
And then he's going to try to get on Channel 0. Channel 0. That's Channel 0. If we see him out after it, Channel 0. And he's like, he goes, Channel. Oh, 0, 4. Oh, you were trying to gain. You were trying to get to 200. You were the opposite. I think I weighed myself the other day. I was 180 something. I'm floating. I haven't even really started yet. Have you already started?
What have you been doing, Brian? I wanted to ask about your routine.
I'm down to 168 right now.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's because probably got some disease. He got something wrong with him.
Yeah, diseases don't count.
Yeah,
No.
you gotta lose it.
Y'all did not say that.
You gotta lose it the old-fashioned
No.
way.
No. What by any means necessary.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know,
You're
leg
gonna
amputated.
stroke off 40 pounds. Like
No, I haven't started yet either. I've probably gained a couple.
yeah, I've been just, I'll get there.
But we're weighing in at the end of the month, right? I mean, I had a 5-pound lead on you anyway, so I thought I could coast for a while.
Yeah, but I went down. I mean, now I'm on the road, so it's like once you're on the road, I can't eat. You're not eating as much, but just because you're I'll eat like during the day, and then, your meals go down to maybe 1 or 2. I probably eat 2 a day. I'll eat a bunch of junk, but it's like I'm only eating junk, so it's like that's where my meal comes from. So it's not eating and eating junk.
Okay. Just
It's only eating junk, and then that makes you tone up a little bit. It doesn't get down to 165. Austin Thomas. My wife got us tickets to see Nate in Boise in February. She has never been into stand-up, so she hasn't heard any of Nate's stuff. Do you think I should educate her with some of Nate's old material or just let her go in blind? It's up to you. I don't know. I have people still come to the show and they're like, especially when I was in Vegas, there's still people that come to a lot of shows. They're like, we didn't really know who you were, and we came, and then and they said they like it. It's fun to get to perform for someone that doesn't know. You got to win them over.
Mm-hmm. Your
This guy was
your
good.
previous hour, you had some references to a previous hour.
Mm-hmm.
But this one, you don't think you really have?
No, not the hour I'm doing now.
Yeah.
No, and the last one.
Oh,
Wait,
okay.
yeah, the last one I didn't either.
Oh, okay. That was the time before, I guess.
It was the stand-ups,
Yeah.
and the only one the Tennessee Kid I referenced a couple of old jokes. So if you watch those 2 first. But
I mean, there is a chance your wife watches it and is like,
yeah,
it's not for me.
Yeah.
what if she doesn't even want to go?
And then you get to bring a friend.
That's true.
Could be better.
Maybe she doesn't let you go. She's like, you can't be watching this stuff.
Waste of time.
Yeah, so do whatever you, I don't know. That's no real answer. But let her come in blind,
Yeah.
We'll win her over. Thomas Barbada. My son is 10 and has written first joke.
His first joke.
His first joke.
I think I left out the his.
Just his first space.
Or maybe he left it out, but it's supposed
My
to be
son
a
is
his.
10 and he has written his first joke. He wants some professional feedback. Here's the joke. My little brother wants to be a stand-up comedian, but he's kind of lazy. He's more of a sit-down comedian. Pretty good.
That's not
It's
bad.
pretty good.
It's not bad. No, it's a good joke. Little brother's stand-up comedian is a little lazy. More of a sit-down comedian. Yeah, I think that's good.
Not
I
a
even
lot
like
of
the
fat.
way- No, I don't think you can take anything out of it. My little brother wants to be a stand-up comedian, but he's kind of lazy, so he's more of a sit-down comedian. Get a little laugh there. Yeah, no, that's how you write a joke. There you go.
He's on his way.
And that's how comics respond to it. They go, they don't. Welcome to the show, Thomas. We don't laugh. We go, yeah, no, that's good. That is a good joke. We're all dead inside. No.
I have this weekend. I have this bit I've been doing for a while about Jack Link's beef jerky. You've heard it. It's now like a 5-minute chunk, and I got it. I mean, it really did the best it's ever done this weekend. I was like proud of it. And I get off stage, and this guy comes up to me and goes, "Man, I love that Jack Link's beef jerky." And I go, "Oh, thanks, dude." And he's like, "Yeah, man. I mean, I always keep some in my car. Like, I eat it all the time." He would just talk to me about the beef jerky.
Yeah.
I'm going, "Oh, thank you, man. I've been working on it."
Yeah.
He's like, "Dude, I eat it every day, man." We talked for 5 minutes about beef jerky, and then he walked away.
Like, it's my art.
Never mention the joke.
No,
Yeah. That'd been great if he didn't even know you did. Just felt like
he just assumed this
yeah,
guy
probably
likes beef
this
jerky.
beef jerky.
He's like a fellow jerky boy.
Yeah. Zach Deaton. I was wondering why comedians rarely list their openers for tour dates. I assume it may be because they don't know when posting the dates, or maybe they use local comedians sometimes. Yeah, I mean, sometimes you don't know for sure, and you mix it up a lot. I guess you could put it on the website. I don't know.
Well, as somebody who opens for people, I think people don't care. That's a lot of it.
A lot of it is
You know?
like, yeah. I don't know. That's not that people don't care. I'm hoping people when they come see me, it's like, because I'm bringing a lot of comics from that I started with and all that kind of stuff, and so people find out. I mean, when I opened for Chris Rock, I mean, I saw a lot of people come to shows, and that's where they saw me, and but it's like that's the kind of thing like you find out about them. I would think the one thing that I want to try to do is like be able to like put, like I said, if we ever get video on some of these screens, be able to put like whoever the opener is like their social media and stuff like that for people to follow. People got to remember their names, and usually I try to post like like I'll post something maybe today, like for the weekend, like thanks for blah blah, and list the 2 comics that came out with me, and that's what you do. So some of it's like you're like you can't, you already got a lot, and then you're also going to be like, well, I can't. It's not my job to sell. I gotta write y'all 2 down now. Make sure they know. Is that going to be the?
I knew that's where this was going.
Yeah.
This guy asked the question somehow,
Yeah.
puts it back on us.
It's going to be. Do you tell them to ask it?
Well,
You're like, I'm not trying to sell less tickets, dude.
Yeah. If I can't get you to come on my own, then I mean, I hope. Well, who's the openers? I don't think that's ever been.
way
who's
to whether to go or
opening?
not.
Because I don't know. Alexis.
Alexis, I think.
Alexis. Alexis.
Alexis.
Bury. Went to the Cincinnati show. We waited in the line, wrapped around the block. Everyone was super excited to see the show. Group came to us in line and thought my husband was Nate waiting in line. Photo include. That's not it.
Did you send this to me?
I don't know.
I did.
Yeah, Cincinnati was a great show. They were all great.
There he is.
Oh, there you go. All right. Just out there. That'd be great. I gotta wait in my own line. I remember first, you would have to. Punchline. I remember Punchline in San Francisco once. It was like sold out. And like to go in, there's only really one way to get in.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just walked up and there's no one really to like, it's like sometimes you just feel awkward to like cut.
Mm-hmm.
And so you just kind of stand in your own line and just wait till you're like, man, I'm on the show. And then you just kind of go in with them, I've actually done that.
Yeah, I've done that at even Zany's. You go to
Yeah.
the front door.
And you're just like, I'll just wait
Yeah.
till, yeah, it's just easier instead of drawing big attention to yourself.
What I like to do sometimes if I get to open for somebody at a theater is after my set, I get off stage and I exit the back and I try to get through the theater without any credentials.
Yeah.
And just try to talk my way into. And I can do it.
Wow.
It's about I'm on the show. And they go, we don't know who you are. And I just try to get through that way. It's a fun little game.
Yeah.
To try to, and most people don't care.
Yeah.
I haven't run into a lot of problems. But
so just when the headliner's up, there's just commotion going on in there. And it's you screaming, do you know who I am?
Being restrained in the lobby.
I was just on stage.
I was just on stage.
Why would I do this? Do you think I'm just making this up? Why would I be a guy that just said I was just on stage? Don't you think you could prove that? You just Googling your name. And then every show's like, Aaron, could you just stay back here or wear the thing?
Yeah.
You have to wear it. I haven't. Sometimes you have to wear it. They won't let you in. Like, I don't think I've had trouble this time around, but I've had it plenty. I mean, I think one time in Chicago, like
the Vic,
the guy had I was like having to show my ID, and then they had to go get somebody, and before he wouldn't let me back.
Your ID wasn't enough?
No.
He had no idea who's on the show, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think it didn't make sense that we wanted to come to the back door. I was like, but I'm on the show. So, you sit there. And
I know exactly. In the alleyway right there on the side? Yeah, there's
Yeah.
just some dude sitting right out there. Yeah, I know the exact spot. My guy didn't care at all. When I was there last, I go, I'm on the show, dude. And he was like, nah. All right, man.
Well, Hannibal Buress came to that show, and he got in. And I was like, well, how did you get in? Like, I was at my own show, and they didn't even let me in. Hannibal, I'm like, yeah, Hannibal walked in like 5 people. And they just let Hannibal in. I was like, how did you get in? It was, this weekend was fun. We had, I was trying to think where we were at. A bunch of places.
Lexington,
Kentucky was great. All of them are great. Chicago, Cincinnati was great. Chicago, and then Davenport, Iowa last night. Chicago is special because that's where I started. That's where I started comedy. I don't know. Sometimes people don't know that, but I did. I moved to Chicago. I'm sure everybody listening here, I've talked about it. I moved to Chicago first, me and Michael Clay, and we go there, and we were doing it. I did comedy there for about a year and a half with Hannibal and Pete Holmes and Kumail Nanjiani. A lot of them were in the Chicago scene. T.J. Miller, and so we were there, and so like going back to Chicago was like pretty special. And then after the show, we went to Jake Melnick's, and I had Jim Roth. I did a comedy class called Comedy College. He still teaches a class, and that's a class I took in Chicago. He came to the show. Steve Berger, another buddy of mine that was in my comedy class when we first started, came to the show. It was really, really cool. And then so Liz Embry and all her friends, Saul, Nicole, but they. It was neat to get back and see, and I don't know, just like in Chicago. Then we went to Jake Melnick's, the restaurant I worked at, and we went back out there afterwards and hung out. And I hung out. We had a few people that we worked with that came up there, and we all just sat back in the back and like just talked about working there. I mean, it's 20 years ago. It was 20 years ago to the now exactly, 2002. Is when we started working there, and so 2022, yeah.
That's where you were working when the Steve Bartman stuff happened.
Yeah,
you were working at that restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
Did that come up at all in your trip to Chicago?
Because Jen McDonough, who was there with us, Jen and Matt Peebles, so Jen was the one that's roommate was worked there, so we talked about it there. Because then she came and she goes. She was telling us like she didn't believe her at the beginning. I was like, I go, well, Jen, I've been telling everybody this story. Like, I've believed you for 20 years. I've told everybody the story. Yeah. But she, we talked about the 30 for 30 and like when she watched that and, because she went home and told her, I don't remember, like, at the time, I don't remember, I guess, all the details, but she said she was there. There's 4 phones. And when she got home, she was like, why would he be, And then she was like, go look, he has like a diet. Why is there a Diet Coke or something in the trash can? Like who would? She's like, we don't drink that. And then she's like, I don't know, And then, but then she saw him on the 30 for 30 as her roommate.
Wow.
And he like, yeah. So we talked about that for a second, but it was just fun to be back at like Jake's and like, I like going back to stuff. You know, when you go back and you're like, man,
Yeah.
we were the first two people, me and Michael, first two people hired there.
The same kind of moment you had at the Opry, right?
Yeah.
Being back there.
Yeah, when you go there and you work. I mean, even the Opry's crazy just because you work. I worked at that music park. I don't think I thought I'd go play the Opry. Jake's, not that I even think you go play Chicago theater, but it's crazy. Like, I was there to start this career. Yeah. And we had one. I had someone I met. I won't say where, because they hear it. Like, but backstage, one night, won't say which night. I don't want this person to hear it. They're making fun of. But they were had a little too much to drink, and so we kept joking all weekend. Like, this has nothing to do with. I don't know. It just we were doing it as a running joke, but it was very funny. He was like, because I don't drink, you know, and so he had too much to drink. So sometimes when someone doesn't drink and they're like, they had too much, they get kind of embarrassed about how much they've had, which I don't. You know, they're young. It's like
have fun.
Have fun. But he's like, he's like, you know, just kept asking about not drinking, but he would say it very loudly, and then he's like, he goes, you don't drink? He goes, what? Hey, he goes, hey. Then he'd get close to me and he'd whisper and he'd go, hey, let me between me and you. You don't drink? And he'd whisper. And I'm like, well, you just yelled it. You just yelled it out loud. Like, yeah. So we just, it was so funny. Just all, yo, you sober? Are you, hey, come here. Hey, can I talk to you? Between me and you. Are you sober? I'm like, you just said it.
You're just yelling it to the room.
So loud.
Yeah.
You just yelled it. And now, hey, come here. 2 seconds. Can I talk to you for a second? Hey, between me and you. I just like, but it was amazing. The Chicago theater is just, it's huge.
The Chicago sports fans boo you? You came out?
No, because I said they didn't. No.
Get him.
No. They didn't. Everything was, everyone was cool. I mean, the first show I walked out, I said I started there in Chicago, and I feel like nobody really.
They didn't care.
Yeah, like it was on the first show, like it was. And it was funny because I was like, you know, because sometimes you're like, I don't know if people know. Mm-hmm. You think they know, like, I don't know. It's like I don't know if they put it together. I always thought they do. But so it's like I said it first. But I could have said it weird too, though. I don't know.
They probably didn't get what you were saying.
Yeah, like I think I said it kind of, but it was like I said it, and everybody's like, and you're like, ugh, and then you just get in your act.
He came out. He was like, I used to live here, and then I got successful.
Yeah.
And I left town. And then they didn't like that.
Yeah. Yeah, they didn't. Yeah, that's what I tell them. No, they're
left you losers.
I love Chicago. Chicago's the best. It's a fun town. Yeah, where we all?
I was in Greensboro, North Carolina, and then Roanoke at the Berglund Theater, which I'd done with you.
Yeah.
Oh, you were just there, right? Was that recently you did it with Nate?
No, that was
a while ago.
A couple years ago.
Okay. I was in Dubuque, Iowa, the Comedy Bar there. Perfect room. It's in a basement, low ceiling. It was small. Second show, they had to add some seats. It was pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of folks came out. A couple drove from like Minnesota to come watch it. Pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
So I had a great weekend there.
That's cool.
My buddy Joe Kelly.
Yeah. Dubuque was Mike Vecchione. We were doing a sound check in Davenport, and Vecchione was like, he was just on the microphone, just saying like, "What's up, Iowa City?" Like just not saying the right city, but it was like just kind of making a joke. And he goes, Dubuque, what's up, Dubuque? And then the sound guy got pretty mad at him.
For calling it the wrong city?
Yeah. Called him, used some words that we would. And it got real weird. I mean, it was just us in there, and then it got real, we were like, oh. And then it was pretty great.
I called it the wrong theater from the stage.
Oh, yeah?
Night. Yeah. I was like.
That's why we don't list openers. Can you imagine? The opener has the audacity not to know you're too busy to go, where are we? Does it matter?
Yeah. I had the right city. I just called it the theater the wrong name. And then they immediately, I could just tell by the look on people's face, like, what? Mm-hmm. And then I was like, oh, wait. And I'd said the theater from the night before.
Yeah.
So then I corrected it on stage, but.
Make them feel special.
Yeah.
So even as the opener, they're like, he doesn't care. If he's not bringing it, And if he doesn't care, I mean, Leanne might come out in a recliner and just press play on her CD and just be like, y'all can just listen to this.
Just a sit down comedian.
Sit down comedian.
There you go.
Yeah. She's a sit down comedian. Yeah. It's sometimes you got to remember where you're at. But I mean, that's sometimes you like just don't say it.
I usually don't. It was a brand new theater, and I wanted to compliment how nice it was, and then I called it the wrong thing.
You can just say it's a very nice place.
Well, I could have, yeah.
You know, their whole name. You had to do their whole name.
For a while there, John, when I was opening for John Chris at some of these theaters, he had a little screen on stage with the name of. He said, "Put the name of the city up so I could see it." And people from the crowd would see it. They'd be like, "You couldn't even remember what city we're in."
Yeah.
Be like, it's pretty easy to forget in the moment.
Yeah.
I think if you're on a crazy run or something.
When you're on a crazy run and you're in a different place every night, it definitely does happen where you could then be like, where am I? Like, you won't remember where you were. I mean, this weekend, I was like, where was I? Was, and then because you just, you're gone. I'm leaving, this is Monday. I'm leaving tomorrow for Wichita Wednesday. Like, so, it's what you wear in Wichita. If you're watching this, the day this comes out, I'm in Wichita. I think Wednesday night, Thursday night. But it's, it is hard to remember like the run that you're on and like what city and stuff like that. And there's been times I've almost said, all right, thank you to whoever the city. And then sometimes you could be like, I just won't say it if I'm like, if I kind of like question a little bit in my head. But I mean, overall, you kind of know. But, but I definitely get how it can happen.
Yeah.
If you're at a comedy club and do it, that's not good. You're there all weekend.
The logo's right behind you.
Yeah. Where are we at? Charlotte Comedy Zone. Oh.
I've been here 4 days.
Yeah. It's been a long 4 days. Yeah. So we're out there. We're touring around.
You went to the Field of Dreams.
I did.
Yeah.
I figured, when am I going to be this close ever again to the Field of Dreams? It's in Dyersburg, Iowa.
How close were you?
About 30 minutes away.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm ever going to be this close ever again.
Probably.
Yeah. I mean, unless I'm back in Dubuque or something. Because it's a nothing little, I mean, not a nothing, but it's farms out there. It's a rural area. So we drove out, and feels like -4 degrees. And I'm thinking, there'll be some snow on the ground, but, it'll be cool to see the corn and see the field. And then here's the picture of what the Field of Dreams looks like right now. It's just, I didn't know that corn went away.
Oh, it does go away.
The whole thing. I thought maybe the corn went away.
But not the stalks?
Yeah, like an apple tree. Like the apples go away, but the tree is still there. Wow. It's all gone. It's just flat snow. We pulled up, and there's a big sign that says closed for the season. And Joe, who I was with, was like, what are they going to do? They're just going to tell us to leave. So we just went. We played catch on the Field of Dreams for a little bit. It's pretty cool.
And so, like, behind the poles would be where the corn would be.
Yeah, right around. You can see, those poles right there. That's kind of the outfield line.
Yeah.
And in any other time of year, there'd be corn stalks out there, and you get the full effect of it. But it was just snow, like a foot of snow.
Yeah.
And we're just wading through it. But pretty cool. And you can see in the background, that's where they built that MLB stadium where they played the game last year.
Yeah.
You can't access it now because it's just snow out there. But
all the corn's gone out there too.
Yeah, there's just nothing out there.
Does corn grow that quick?
I guess so.
That's what I was thinking, because Sonny said that they were going to play there this year.
Yeah.
Assuming the lockout ends, so they guess they got to plant it. And
just comes up.
Yeah, and I guess in the spring it'll be up.
Yeah.
It must grow.
But it must be a second half of the season game, I'm guessing.
Yeah, it's in August, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I felt so dumb. I thought there'd be. I would take a video of me walking through the corn.
Yeah.
And it's just flat out there.
With all the snow.
Yeah.
That's something you would say, and then people would be like, well, they would think you're dumb for not knowing that.
For sure.
Yeah. Like, why did you go out there? That's why sometimes maybe it is good to ask,
Well, I asked the host who was with us. I go, we're going to go to the Field of Dreams. He's like, really?
Oh, yeah.
I go, yeah, we'll go check it out. He's like, all right, y'all have fun.
Yeah.
I was like, you can come with if you want. He's like, I think I'm good, man.
Yeah.
He just hung back and watched the games.
He knew there was no corn.
Yeah, he's from there. He understands.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
You would have still gone, though, anyway, right?
Yeah, I think so. Because I wanted to check it out.
I guess if it's 30 minutes away, but I guess but if you do go and there's no corn, there is no. You might as well just drive to any baseball field on the earth, and it would be the same experience.
That house is there, right?
The house is there. Yeah, the house is right there around the corner.
You didn't take a picture of that? All right. There's no picture of the house?
No.
What? You took a picture of nothing?
I thought that picture of you sitting on the bleachers.
Yeah, I have a picture of me in front of those bleachers, but that was all closed off. You can rent that out as an Airbnb.
Oh, really?
For like $700. You can
you can stay there, and then you have access to the field?
You can also buy exclusive access to the field.
Yeah.
As for an additional cost. So here's a picture of me on those bleachers.
Okay.
Where James Earl Jones delivered his famous speech.
Does someone live there?
I don't think somebody lives in there full time, but it's kind of a museum now where you can pay for a tour. But for like $700, you can rent it out and stay in there for a night.
And then go play.
And then go play on the field.
That'd be fun.
That would be pretty cool.
It'd be fun to like do it with like wooden bats and so you hear that sound and play just play baseball all day. Go out there and play a bunch of games. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fun. Yeah.
What would you, if you could go to any movie set, would it be Scream?
Yeah, you can go rent that. Scream 4 is coming out, which I'm pretty pumped out. Or it's out.
Yeah.
I'm pretty excited.
Is it called Scream 4?
I don't know, but it's called Scream.
I think it's just called Scream.
And I don't get that because there's already, like, how do you distinguish the two?
It's been long enough.
Yeah.
The new one.
The new one.
That's what you call it.
I'm very excited about it. That's new. I'll watch that. See how that goes.
But you went to see The Matrix.
I didn't. And it just...
But, I mean, why didn't you go see Scream?
We didn't go see Matrix. I saw Matrix when it came out.
Oh, I thought you meant this weekend.
No. We went, me, my buddy Kenny and Travis, and we went, and it was like at 10:30 at night. And we went.
That's pretty late.
It was like it's not in the lateness, but it was like, I was kind of like, all right, I'll go see it. Like, I went through and watched them all. Mm. And then people I don't think like this Matrix. But I didn't, but I was like, I don't know. I could go watch it now, and I'll be like, I don't remember.
It's on HBO Max.
Oh, yeah. I'm not going to, but I could.
Yeah.
But the Scream, I could go watch Scream. I'm excited about Scream.
Uh-huh.
And that's new. Yeah. That's something.
What would yours be, Brian? You can go to a set.
Psycho, Norman Bates. I don't know. Me would be more TV. Like, I'd like to go to where Breaking Bad, like that Los Polos, the restaurant. And
I've done all that.
You have?
When I did, you can do your own tour when you go out there. New Mexico. You can put it on your phone and you just drive to the spots. I drove up to Walter White's house. Like, you see it. There's a lady sitting out front. And I parked like where what's his face would park and watch the house.
Oh, Mike.
Mike. Yeah. We'd park all the way up there. You kind of stop there because there's a lady sitting out there and they don't like it. Mm-hmm. And it's like they have a big fence. They put like, I think these people will like regret. I don't know if they regret it, but maybe close. If they probably regret it. But the people, they were like, when they were doing it, people they throw pizzas up there on her house and stuff like that. Yeah. And then they had to she has like a fence. She was sitting in her yard, staring, and and then enough that made me uncomfortable that I didn't like.
You can get any closer to it?
No, I took a picture, but it was like kind of I think I did it from far away, and then maybe when I made a left and drove by, because it was, she's just sitting there and they're staring at you, and they're not, they're not happy. Yeah. And so, but I saw that. I saw Pinkman's house. And then you can just go. I think they were shooting Better Call. They were shooting something there. Mm. But you can kind of just go and like you can look at Google Maps. And there's a way to put it up, and it puts like where, every scene from Breaking Bad. You just kind of can drive to each one where they went to.
Is that restaurant a real place that you can go eat?
The Sal's his law thing. Saul. His law his office.
Yeah.
That's a bar. But they have the door from from Breaking Bad. Huh. So, did I go? I don't know if I went there and ate. Is that real?
It's not a real restaurant. No, but it's Twisters. This is what it's some other.
Oh.
Yeah.
There's the building.
Yeah, I don't think I saw that. But you see like the house. I drove by the house where that girl dies with Jesse Pinkman.
Oh, yeah. Their apartments.
Yeah, that apartment. I drove by that. So I did, The downtown, or where they're gonna meet at the Civic Center, like that stuff's
yeah.
like right down the middle open, but you go down there and see that. Yeah, it was. I mean, it was.
That's cool.
That one actually was. I really liked, and it was funny. You show up on your Google Maps, and it ended up staying on there forever. I don't know why, but it was like it like just stayed there. So like anytime I was like be Googling something, like if you zoomed out, you could always see like I would have like the locations of all that on there.
Yeah.
And then,
you hit save on them.
Yeah. I went. There was this old radio guy named Man Cow. You ever heard of Man
sure
Cow?
I have. Yeah.
So I don't know. He's not old. I don't know. He might, but he was in Chicago actually, and so I went on Man Cow, and supposedly like, people would have trouble going on Man Cow. Like there's a lot of issues with comics going on there. And he would just talk. He's very fast. I remember the first time I did it, he talks to you. You're like I was about to call into the radio show, and this was years ago, and he'll just be talking like this, like he'll be like, yeah, we went over there. He's like. I don't know. He's like, it's been Chicago. It's snowing everywhere. Got a neighbor. Got to you on the phone. Nate, you doing stand-up comedy? I'm like, yeah, I'm doing it. We're over at Zany's. He goes, all right, then we're good. All right, back off. And then you just would be off the air, and you're like, what happened? You don't even know what happened. And so I went in, and I was talking to him, and it was right after I did that tour. And like, so I think when you do Man Cow's show, it's like you got to like, if you're trying to like get in with this guy, so because it can go, if you don't get along with him, if it gets wrong, like I think Patrice, maybe Bill Burr got in a fight with this guy, or Patrice got in a fight. There was comics. Some comics would go great. Some comics would actually get in some pretty big fights with him. And then, but I brought up the Breaking Bad thing, and he like loved Breaking Bad, and then we just talked about that.
And there you struck up a relationship from that.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't done a show. I don't know what he's doing now. He might. Yeah, but yeah, it was. But I remember that. That was right after I went. I was like, I went to Breaking Bad, and then he liked that. So he just kept asking me questions about that. Yeah.
Where's he based out of?
Chicago. He was in Chicago.
Okay.
And then, so I don't know if he's gone or if he's still there, whatnot.
I did an interview this week. Not quite Man Cow. Big Joe on the Go.
Oh yeah.
Local guy. Yeah. And Ruth had to go to the ER in the middle of the night. Her blood pressure skyrocketed. We were pretty concerned. We would go to the ER. She's fine. Everything's good. But we were still there when I had to go do the hit. So I went outside.
Who calls it the hit?
Is that a TV term?
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't think I've heard it more now.
I think I know it from working in television. That's just
what is it?
It's just the time you're on.
You called it the hit.
We hit you at 7:52.
So you say I had to go do the hit. It's very inside. I've seen people on Twitter doing it and stuff, and it's very inside. But I don't know what it is.
I didn't even think about it.
Oh yeah, I don't care.
You said it so casually just now.
I think it's like the casualness of people, the way people say it.
Yeah.
And it's people on TV. They go, you see this hit, and you're like, what do you? It just sounds arrogant. Mm-hmm. Like, I've heard hit piece. Like, someone writes a hit. Yeah. That's like a mean piece.
Yeah.
But then you go do All right.
Well, I had to go do the interview.
There you go.
And I had to go in the parking lot of the hospital and do it. And there's just construction workers drilling behind me. And I mean, it's not just radio. It's like streaming service. And then Ruth being discharged.
So you're on.
I'm on. Like, you can watch me. And
I
see Ruth being discharged, walking out. And it was
you got the video of it?
Yeah, I mean, there is video of it. That's not it.
No. Your interview? Did she get in the car?
You see it really quick, just get in the car behind me on there. It's Mornings on Main Street, I think it's what it is, if you want to pull it up. But it's it was just so funny and just the craziness of it all. And then she just sat in the car until I finished it.
Yeah.
I had a tag. I don't think you can see it. That said visitor triage that I was wearing while I was doing it.
Yeah.
But
what's triage sounds so bad?
I know.
Triage. What does triage mean?
I don't know.
Third time here.
I hear triage. I think like
damn, I can't
in
win,
a battle.
Bro.
Yeah.
And you're wrapping up a wound.
Yeah.
It sounds that immediate. That
if you're like, I went to the triage. You're like, oh my god.
Yeah. What happened?
Yeah.
Now I got an ant bite.
Yeah.
So then a few hours later, we go to our weekly doctor's visit with the high risk doctor that we go to, and we always sit at the same place.
A lot of specialists in your life.
That was my third visit. Also, went earlier before that, I went to the sleep doctor.
Yeah, I like every doctor you go to. You're like, he's like I specialize in it's you walk in, you're like it's the VIP. You would be going to all the VIP areas of doctors where it's like this guy's good, you know.
Yeah. I went to the sleep doctor. We had to drive separately because I had to go to that one first. I was the only person in there under 70, but it's time for my checkup for my CPAP. And I was like, Aaron feels great when he wears his. Tristan, everybody says they feel great. I'm still tired when I wear mine, so I got to do a new.
Does everybody want to talk about they're wearing it? They might. I mean,
you're the only one here who does it.
I know, but I don't know if everybody was like just like openly I hope to
I just
think they
you.
assumed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd guarantee you he didn't want to ever bring up that he sleeps with.
We've talked about it before.
I don't know. Have we?
Remember we were talking about CPAP being Chris Brown's opener with Shay?
Yeah. Yeah, but that was we were making fun of.
It'd been a while.
Yeah, him didn't sleep CPAP machine. He talks about it, but just to bring in everybody else is kind of like he goes, you know what I'm talking about, Aaron. You sleep with one, right? You have a big problem with that.
I just thought people assumed he did.
Yeah.
So then we get to this high-risk doctor place, and there's police cars there. I'm like, what's going on? And a car had ran into the building, crashed into the building, into the corner where we sit every week when we go. So if we were there just a few minutes earlier, there's the outside of it where it crashed, and that's the corner we always go to. And then I think the other one's where we sit inside, right over there in that corner.
That's like your spot?
That's our spot. We always go over there because of COVID. We get over there just where it's safe, and then not anymore.
God.
They said it was like a bomb went off in there.
Oh, man. Was there a mural of Nate on the other side?
Yeah.
That would have been great.
Did y'all go switch seats now?
Yeah, we have no choice.
Do you think you're stay,
Like when they get it fixed, I'll go back over there?
Well, then they'll put chairs back over there.
Yeah. Well, I'll go back?
Yeah, like would they just leave it and go, let's just do a table over there now? It's kind of like. Did the person say why they drew it? Like they just.
I think it was a kid. I mean, 2 people got hurt.
Oh.
They had to take them to the hospital. I think they're
They
fine.
didn't go to triage? Were y'all not at the triage?
No, this is different. This is
different.
This is doctor's appointment number 3.
Oh, yeah.
See, this is the problem with specialists. They got hurt in a doctor's waiting room, and they had to go somewhere else.
Yeah, he goes, I don't do this.
Yeah.
I can do a lot. Not this.
I do babies,
really.
but not adults.
Yeah.
So, but they did get transported. I think they're fine, but they took them to the hospital.
Wow.
There's somebody that hit the gas, I think, instead of the brake.
See, this is something you can't think about. If I every time you go to a restaurant or somewhere public where you have to sit down, you can't think someone can drive a car through here because that's pretty much everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, that could happen everywhere.
Everywhere. Yeah. Well, you always think, what are the odds? And your odds just got higher because we now know someone that sits in those 2 chairs.
And we were all sitting in the green room. If that dump truck.
Yeah.
So that's 2 places that we.
2 places that we have. There's ties to. If someone's going like if we walk into a room and they're going, we're telling, cars driving through wall stories. It's crazy that we can be like, well, I'll wait my turn. I should be. Most people should be like, I got nothing. And we're like, all right, I got a couple I could tell you.
Here's my first one.
Yeah. Here's my
when it comes back around, I'll tell you the second one. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's fun though. It's probably the most excitement they've seen there in a while.
Yep.
I would imagine, don't you think they get it? It's like you're like.
Oh yeah, they were all pretty shaken up. And the first thing they do when you walk in is take the pregnant lady's blood pressure. And they said that day they're like, we're not even doing do it.
There you go.
Why?
Because everyone's so stressed. They're like,
yeah.
I mean, after you get there, they did it. Like they took Roos, but they said everyone who was there when it happened, they're like, we're not going to take your blood pressure.
I'm going to need you to answer a question for me, Brian. Don't make fun of me. What is blood pressure?
What do you mean?
I don't know. That's something you hear. I don't really know what that means.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, it's how much the heart's pumping the blood, and I don't know the specifics, but I know what the numbers are, and 120 over 80 is average.
Okay, I knew that, but I don't know.
Got it. With the crown.
So when you just said they don't even bother checking blood pressure because everyone's stressed out.
Because your heart would be pumping a lot more. You'd be like
so it'd be
adrenaline.
like it would be like really high. Your blood pressure.
Okay.
Travis, my tour manager, his blood pressure was it's just because he doesn't eat good. But his was so high, he had to Google it, and then Google was like, It's not good. You know, like I mean, the internet was like, you don't need to be here.
Yeah.
You need to be talking to someone.
Go to a specialist.
Yeah, go to a specialist.
Yeah, Ruth has to take hers every morning, every night, and keep track of it to make sure it's not going.
I think Ruth appreciates too getting told all her information on everywhere. You just blab out, you know.
She didn't care.
Huh?
We're sharing. That's what we do.
We are sharing, but there's just some. I mean, you could just say. I don't even know the point of the story to say that Ruth has to take it I don't even know what it helps.
I'm trying to explain to him about blood pressure and how it's important.
But I don't think you have to go. You know, for instance, my wife on the older side, and she takes it I don't know.
It's because she's pregnant.
Huh?
It's because she's pregnant.
Okay.
Yeah, I know, but it's just funny. I don't think it. When you just somebody goes, "What's your blood pressure?" Well, I'll just tell a lot of people on the radio show about it.
So, by the way, Aaron, how's that rash doing?
Yeah.
Like, hey, dude.
Yeah. Aaron, you still scared of heights? I know you had trouble coming upstairs last week. Is that?
I am scared of heights.
You are?
Oh, yeah. Big time.
Would you ride a roller coaster?
I've ridden one before.
Only one?
I've only done one.
Why?
I'm scared of it.
Yeah?
I think it's a pretty rational fear.
Yeah.
You know?
But you don't ever... What would you ride?
I rode a wooden roller coaster because I knew it wouldn't have a flip.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm ready for a flip.
Yeah.
But I've done one. Company work trip, Holiday World.
Oh, yeah.
In Santa Claus, Indiana. I did one roller coaster.
Yeah.
And you said no more?
And I think I'm done. I don't need this.
You didn't like it?
I don't need this in my life. My blood pressure went up so high.
It probably did.
Yeah, I'm sure it did.
Yeah.
You don't go up in tall buildings?
If I can avoid it, you know.
There's that building in New York. When I was in New York, they got a building it's just so tall, and I think people live up there, and it gets so skinny, and
yeah,
it's so tall. It's bigger than the Empire State Building.
Mm-hmm.
I think
it is.
Yeah, and you're like, I don't know if I could live up there. Like it's the view you're in that building. It's like I don't know if I could. It's that it's like one thing to be. Like, if you go up there and see the apartment, and you're like, man, that was kind of crazy. But, like, every day you're trying to go to bed just watching TV, and you're like, I am 100 and something stories up in the air.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and the building just gets small. Like, it just seems crazy.
Yeah, we're not supposed to be up there.
And they're like, the views are, you're like, are the views even, you're above everything. It would already be cloudy up there because you couldn't see. I don't know. It'd be interesting.
Yeah. It's too high to have a good view. It's like a certain point is I need to lower it down to get a better view.
Well, you just wake up in bed, you just would see, I don't know, maybe that's a great view. You don't see buildings, you just see nothing. Mm-hmm. But I mean, you're just so high. Maybe, I've stayed in hotels where you're on a high floor and you're like, it's a little, like a balcony, and you're like, I don't love it. Mm-hmm. Not loving it.
I just stayed at one in Phoenix recently, pretty high up. Maybe like the 17th or 18th floor.
Yeah.
Not crazy high, but high.
Yeah.
And the elevator was a clear elevator facing outside.
Sheridan. Was it a Sheridan?
No, it was.
They usually do.
No, it was I don't remember, but you were just looking, and it was pretty scary, dude. I looked the other way.
Yeah.
I did that the Willis Tower in Chicago where you walk out on the glass. I couldn't do it. I couldn't make my legs go out there on it.
Yeah.
It just
But you went up there to do it?
Yeah, and I couldn't make my legs go. They just refused.
And you just turned around?
Yeah, I just looked at it like that. I think I maybe put one foot on it.
Yeah. And the people behind you? Were the people waiting to go?
Yeah. I had to water my plant first.
Yeah.
Go out there.
Go.
They kicked me.
They kicked you up there.
Get out there. Even though it's wet and cold in most parts of the country, running will still be a part of people's lives. The Wool Dasher Mizzle, the weather repellent performance running shoe, is the first shoe of its kind. It is sustainable, made from natural materials with low environmental impact on the planet.
Is this what I have on?
Yeah, that's what you got.
Like I have
Let's
it
get
on.
a look here.
Yeah. There you go.
They're great shoes.
Yeah, I had a pair of. I've got another pair of Allbirds that I bought like 3 years ago, that I've just had way before this, obviously, and I just wore them because I got socks on today, but you don't have to wear socks. And I always love that. And I use them I just slip them on. They're like perfect to go run around in, like when you're just running out and like That's what you're wearing shoes basically the whole time anyway. And I would just slip them on and off super easy. I've had these on today. They're super comfortable. They look good.
What size is that?
9.5. Yeah.
It's hard to stay motivated with winter weather, but if your feet are warm and dry, then it is way easier. Don't let winter storms put a damper on your run. Grab a pair of the weather repellent Wool Dasher mizzles from Allbirds.
Yeah, it's like super warm. That's crazy that they're going to in the weather repellent. That's pretty wild. Because it's plastic on the inside. Like, it's like you can feel. Because I was like, how's that going to be? And then now I see.
Yeah. A good pair of running, it'll make me want to run.
You won't do it, but it'll make you want to.
Oh, listen.
The idea.
It's like if you have a clean desk and a new pen and a blank piece of paper, you want to write.
Yeah.
If a good pair of running shoes, new shoes.
These are very comfortable shoes.
I mean, yeah. I'm gonna run home, I think.
Yeah.
This winter, keep your feet cozy and dry with the Allbirds Wool Dasher mizzles. Wow. Discover your perfect pair at allbirds.com today. That's ALLBIRDS.com.
Okay. So we have a new ad, 3-day blinds.
3-day blinds.
Yeah, 3-day blinds. So we have had paper shades on our windows for an embarrassing amount of time. So finally I heard about 3-day blinds, and Jerry came and did a consultation, and it was super easy. She brings everything to you. You can look at it like on your window. You can have everything she has. They design and measure and install. And so if you have questions about your windows, like, you know, I have this oval window that I want to put blinds in. How does that work? She can do everything. So you can choose from thousands of options. They have any budget and style. So we placed the order. It was like a week and a half. They come and install it. Took 15 minutes. It was super easy, totally awesome. And now we got to take the paper shades down.
We had just paper shades forever.
Paper shades.
Like, and you have to like clip them with the, something to make them stay up forever. Now we got real deal.
Real deal. Super easy. I should have done it millions of years ago. And right now you can get 3-day blinds, buy one, get one 50% off deal on custom blinds, shades, and drapery for free, no charge, obligation consultation. Just head to 3dayblinds.com/Nate and use our code Nate. That's right. Buy one, get one 50% off when you head to 3dayblinds.com/Nate and use our promo code Nate. One last time. That's the number 3dayblinds.com/Nate.
Nateland Podcast is brought to you by Mizzen and Main. Wearing a dress shirt sounds good, but it's not fun when the dress shirts are stiff. They make you sweat. They wrinkle easily. Sometimes it's just a nightmare to dress nicely.
This is it.
We have it right here. Most guys dread wearing a dress shirt. Not anymore. You need to check out Mizzen and Main. They have the comfort and the flexibility of your favorite athletic wear. So it's going to feel like a golf shirt or any of the stuff.
You can wash it normal. You don't have to be weird about it.
Yeah.
That's the best part. You don't have to,
You don't have to take it to the dry cleaner.
You can wash it instead of having it being like a whole thing. It fits.
Right.
It's comfortable. It's that stretchy. Stretchy is the new way to go with everything. It makes you want to wear stuff. I actually had this on earlier, and I was wearing it, and I wore this Titan shirt just because the Titans are going to be in the playoffs. But it's this shirt, this hoodie, because they're doing hoodies too. Feels unreal.
They have flannels, no-tuck shirts, performance polos, chinos, and more. Modern tailoring. It's going to fit. It's going to look nice, and it's moisture wicking, which means I'm going to stay nice and dry. And I have a big problem with sweating through nice shirts.
Oh, there you go.
So with over 30,000 5-star reviews, they make a great product. It feels like a golf shirt. If you're heading to the Waste Management Open in early February, keep an eye out for their on-site shop. I think Phil Mickelson wore one of these shirts in a tournament recently. We got J.J. Watts wearing their stuff too. It's the real deal. It's good stuff. So whether you're working from the golf course or taking conference calls in the courtyard, we got good news. Go to mizzenandmain.com. Use promo code Nate. You get $35 off any regular price order of $125 or more. That's $35 off when you go to Mizzen and Main, MIZZENANDMAIN.com, and use our promo code Nate.
Everyone is looking for a fresh start in 2022. It's been a couple of frustrating years. Talkspace gives you personally matched therapists so you can talk to a professional instead of your friends. Oh, that's good. With comedians as friends, you might get the worst advice or the best advice ever.
I think comedians are good advice, but I think it's good to talk to
a professional.
You need to go talk to a professional that goes, hey, he said this, and then they can be like, that was dumb that he said that.
Yeah.
And get it checked by a real
Get it
therapist.
checked by a real person. But I think talking is it's a great thing.
Be safe by getting advice from a licensed professional that will be way more helpful. Over 50% of Americans struggle with their mental health. If you're looking for someone to talk to, you're going to love Talkspace. They make it so easy and schedule live video sessions, all from the comfort of your device. You can start messaging your therapist the same day you sign up. At Talkspace, your privacy and security are their number one priority. The app puts you in a private room with just you and your therapist. Send messages 24/7 and get replies throughout the day. No need to wait for a weekly appointment. Talkspace encryption and added security features keeps your conversation fully protected. Talkspace therapists are experts in dozens of specialties, including anxiety, depression, relationships, and more, to help you start feeling better. Make mental health part of your daily routine with Talkspace. Visit Talkspace.com and get $100 off your first month when you use promo code NATE at sign up. That is $100 off at Talkspace.com, promo code NATE.
So here, let's do. So we started this year. We have a somewhat different formula that we're thinking about doing this podcast. So I kind of towards the end of it, we were talking about topics and stuff. You know, we always had topics, but I kind of was like, I don't know. The universal one was kind of like, all right, what are we doing? Like, you know, we have a whole. And I thought we still could talk about. I still like talking about topics. But it's like it doesn't have to be like the whole episode, you know, because we always end up talking about a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like making it more like that. I mean, I think this one's, you know, there's been moments of this one where it's felt like it's almost died.
What moments were those?
I mean, multiple. At one point, I just watching both y'all just talk about it's like two old women at the grocery store, like, yeah, my son got back from Vietnam, yeah. And then you're like that was 80 years ago, you know, and then she has no idea. She was the one in Vietnam. She doesn't even know. That's what it felt like watching y'all too. Okay, it's just high level doctor after high level, like every doctor visit, just you have the world falling apart.
Right.
We're hearing from Bates. He's got a lot of problems.
He does.
Yeah. Hey, I'm figuring it out, dude.
He's lost all that weight. Yeah, you still have to do sleep. Why do you have to do a CPAP machine? Does everybody have to do it?
Mm-hmm. You'll have to do it soon.
No.
No, not everybody. Do you ever feel bad in the morning?
Like I don't. Like, what do you mean?
Like sometimes you wake up sore throat. Sometimes you wake up out of breath. Do you ever wake up with a headache?
No.
Do you ever feel like you didn't get sleep? No, you're fine.
I don't. I mean, like, you know, if I don't sleep, like last
Do you
night on the
snore?
bus. I think so. I don't think all the time, but I think I have a little bit more than I used to.
Okay, so it doesn't sound like it's a problem.
Yeah.
It's not like everybody's talking about how much you're snoring.
No.
Okay, then I think you're fine.
Yeah.
It was a thing with me. It was embarrassing.
Yeah.
It was people in other rooms would hear it.
Oh yeah.
Snoring. Yeah.
Yeah.
Real problem.
Yeah.
And that's when I knew I should probably get that checked out.
And do you have to bring it everywhere?
I bring it everywhere.
Even so, in a hotel, could people hear you in another room?
If I was snoring,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah. I did a road trip with a comedian friend, and he heard it in the other room. That's how.
Yeah.
He was,
Different floors.
he's in a different hotel. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was loud.
Yeah.
And I have to share a room with somebody. You have to explain them. You know, hey, this is going to be an issue. I'm sorry.
You sit down on the bed across from them, and you go, "Hey, let me talk to you real fast." And you already get those double beds, and they're sitting there, and then you just sit down, and you're like, "Hey," and they're like, "Hey, man," it gets weird. I should have told you before you committed to this, but it's gonna be a nightmare tonight.
Yeah, essentially. And the embarrassment of breaking out a CPAP machine is so much less than what the snoring was.
Yeah.
I don't even care. This is better for everybody.
Google, you do that like goggle tightening where you go, like it just, you know how like you tighten them up.
Yeah.
And you're like,
Oh, yeah.
You shove off.
I'm not even embarrassed about it. I'm proud of it.
Huh?
You're proud of it.
I wear it nice and proud.
Yeah. Well, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not saying there's anything to be embarrassed by it. You talk about it a lot.
Yeah. It's my child.
Yeah.
My little pappy.
Yeah. No, I have no problem. You know, it's just I don't know.
I used to take it on the road some with you.
Mm-hmm.
But then once you bring it on the bus, you're diehard.
Yeah, it's not like I just love using it. Yeah, I need to use it. You should be using
Aaron,
it too.
you're a big guy. You have to do it more than most. Aaron, go ahead with the answer to that.
You should be doing it on those, man.
Well,
I mean, do you feel different when you don't use it?
no, that's the thing. That's why I went.
Oh, okay. Maybe I don't need this anymore.
Or why isn't it working?
Oh, so you just feel bad always?
Yeah.
Okay.
I still wake up tired.
You need a little CPAP life machine. Like just
need a tube.
You need
just incubation.
You just need to walk around with just those oxygen tanks. You're gonna just have one of those.
Bubble boy.
Yeah. Just I mean, once in a lifetime doctor after once in a lifetime doctor. Like it's a guy. That's like, are you the guy that just does this one thing? Yeah, we're all going in to see breakfast. I wonder if you are that specialist of a doctor. It's like, do you start out going to that? You're like, I want to be this one of a thing, or you kind of just lead you that way, and you're like, I'm just,
I don't know.
I don't think you pick a specialty right away, right? I mean, you take regular medical school, and then you branch off
into like the real
stuff.
The real stuff,
right? You're not just a triage guy.
Yeah. So we were talking about like doing this. This is the first one. We're kind of doing it this way. So then we just have some random topics and stuff. So just trying to talk about some random stuff. We'll see. I think we still have topics to talk about too.
Oh, yeah.
But it's like just I don't know, just seeing what happens.
All right. Yeah.
So we have one video of what do you have the video of the kid from last year during the meet and greet I had. It was cool to meet this kid. Any episode you could just you could tell him, pick a number and he could tell you what it was.
Pretty impressive.
Yeah.
You want to play it?
Eli.
Yeah, y'all can all do it.
So Eli listens to the podcast every night, and he's listened to them multiple times. So if you ask him the number of the episode, he can give you the topic, and if you tell him the topic, he can give you the number. So, for example, what's number 2?
It's called the second episode. They did make topics.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What's number 16?
16 is hoaxes.
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania 69.
Oh man.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, it's crazy. So he would just do it. I mean, he could do anything, and which we could be messing him up now that we're doing.
I know.
Yes.
We're making his life a lot harder.
He's like,
now.
great. You're like, you're not gonna do it. We might be back to topics. I don't, I mean, after feeling how this one's going, I don't know if this one's been.
We haven't even started yet.
I know we haven't even got started. It's just been a lot of like, how's it going? Man, sun's been out today. Snowed a lot. Talked about CPAP machines. I mean, just.
That's gonna be one of the parts of the title.
CPAP machines.
Yeah. Not really.
When did they invent CPAP machines?
I think it's.
What is it to help you breathe?
Regularly. Yeah, it keeps.
You have to sleep on your back.
I mean, it certainly helps. You can't sleep on your front. That's for sure.
You can't sleep on your side.
I sleep on my side.
Yeah, you can sleep on your side.
You can't sleep face down.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
Yeah.
Can't get air from anything.
And you just picture like.
1980 it got invented.
Yeah.
So, first few years of Brian's life were pretty rough.
I mean, like there's no when you do it. Is there a cure?
No.
No.
4 in a row.
So you're just
That's
born to this or
insane.
not born to this?
No. Well, I mean, you could lose weight, and that could help.
Oh, well, there we go. So there is a cure.
I thought you meant like, does the machine cure you?
No, but I mean, is there a cure? Like, how do you, if you're like, I don't want to.
So I found that as I lost weight, the effects of me not using it are less than they were.
Yeah.
Like I can accidentally fall asleep on the couch or something now, and my day's not ruined.
Yeah.
Where it used to be.
Oh wow.
So it's a little better, but I think it's weight related, and there's also a genetic component to it.
Yeah.
Like Brian has, and Brian's not in.
Yeah,
I'm in great shape.
He's held on by Band-Aids.
All right, y'all. I actually agree with the reason why she walked out of church to an extent. But at the same time, I'm going to offer a very gentle rebuke. Well, at least in my heart, it's gentle. I don't know if it's going to come out.
Hello?
All right, y'all. I actually agree with the reason why she walked out of church to an extent. But at the same time, I'm going to offer a very gentle rebuke. Well, at least in my heart, it's gentle. I don't know if it's going to come out gently, but in my heart, it's gentle. But I do want to say this. I can empathize with what she's saying because I still struggle with this same emotion, and I still struggle with these same feelings on my own personal walk with God, specifically when I'm in church. I still struggle with this, right? I could understand what she's saying, but at the same time, she said some very dangerous statements that are concerning. And the reason why they're concerning is because if you continue to allow yourself to believe this in your heart, you're gonna walk away from God. And I don't want that to happen. And that's why I'm making this video. And you also kind of look like my sister, like legit, you kind of look like my sister, and it's kind of tripping me out. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I feel like I need to make this. I feel like I need to make this. Let's play Why I Walked Out of Church. Let's go.
So I just had to walk out in the middle of my church service because of this. Now, before y'all get mad, start trying to cancel me, start yelling at me, start quoting all these verses, hear me out. So I walked out of church because I just cannot stand it. And I just don't like the praising and the singing. I know that sounds terrible, but I just don't like it. The reason I go to church is to hear the word and the message of God and Jesus and his teachings, you know, and have that on my heart for the week. I just don't like a bunch of singing and praising and dancing and swaying and all that stuff. I know that sounds so terrible, but it's not for me. It's not for me. I know, don't get me wrong, I like listening to music in my car or at the privacy of my home and praising and doing that in the privacy of my home, but like I find it so awkward doing it with other people because I feel like it seems forced, you know. But yeah, maybe it's because of my background. I was raised Catholic. You know, Catholics don't do all that singing, praising, dancing, especially the whole duration of the service. Like, we don't do that. They don't do that. They just do it only a little bit. Like, they do a short hymn and they go back to what they were talking about. But like, honestly, and I know this is bad, but I am purposely late 30 minutes so I can avoid and miss all of the singing and the praising and all that. I'm late 30 minutes. So today it was so off-putting when I went to this church, and we were in a different place, so I already knew something was up. So it was very off-putting when I was 30 minutes late, and we're still singing and praising and dancing. We're still doing all this swaying, still doing all this singing, still people are on the floor crying, all this stuff. So like, I just don't like that. And the thing is, it's okay to do that for a little bit, but if you make that the entirety of your service, it just kind of gets old. And for me, I don't like it at all. Like, maybe a little bit, but 30 minutes, no, I can't. And the fact that we were still going on an hour of singing, praising, dancing, no, I just could not do it. So here I am. I just had to leave because I just can't. I feel very awkward. I just had to leave, and I'm like looking up services in other churches. You know, I'm like, let me go find another service so I can get the word for the week, because that is what I come to church for, is the word, to hear his teachings, and honestly to be around other believers and, you know, to, you know, bounce off the teachings of Jesus with them. But the singing, the praising, I just felt like I was in a Christian concert. Like, that's honestly what I felt like. And I felt like, to me personally, that was not church. That was a concert I was at. I felt like I was at a Christian concert that I did not know about. And I want to hear the teachings of the Lord for the week. And yeah, that's just how I feel about it. And I feel so bad that I have to come purposely late 30 minutes just so I can miss all that singing. But, you know, that's like a compromise I have to make in order to, you know, get to hear the preacher and his word, because I love the preacher here. I love the pastor here. But I just can't with the singing and the dancing. And I think that today must have been concert day or something like that, because they were literally singing and praising and dancing the whole entirety of the time. But yeah, that's my take. Please don't, you know, argue or fight with me in the comments. It's my personal thing. Not everyone likes singing. You know, some people specifically like singing. Some people specifically like other things. But me personally, it's just not for me.
Okay. She made another video because somebody rebuked her in the comments, and she responded to this woman who rebuked her. And she kind of crashed out a little bit. I'll show you the video because I think it's also very interesting what she said. But I do want to say this first. We are much more alike than you might believe, because I still struggle with feeling awkward at church, specifically in worship. I still struggle with not always knowing how to express myself in worship. I still have that awkwardness. And it's because, you know, I've struggled with anxiety. I'm much more introverted than you might believe. I mean, just because I sit here and talk into this microphone and look into this camera and post it on YouTube, that doesn't mean that I'm like extroverted. That doesn't mean that like I'm not socially awkward. I still am socially awkward. I'm just talking into a camera, into a microphone, by myself in a room and posting it. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, I still struggle with this, and this is why I empathize with you. But I will say this, because you said something extremely dangerous. You said something extremely dangerous. You said that you cannot stand the praise and worship. And you said that you don't like it. You said that you listen to it in your car and you'll listen to it personally when you're by yourself, but in the context of when it happens in church, and this is me not knowing anything about the church that you go to. I don't know anything about the church that you're going to. I don't know how their worship looks like. I don't know. I can imagine it based on how you're describing it, but I don't know anything about it. But you said that you don't like praise and worship in the context of when it's happening at church. I will say this. The longest book in the Bible is the book of Psalms, which is a collection of songs to the Lord. David played his harp, and he was able to soothe Saul during the demonic attacks. Praise and worship is healing. Not only are we worshiping our God and giving him the praise and the glory that he rightfully deserves, but at the same time, we are being healed. You know something that I realized, because like I said, I struggle with a lot of the same emotions. But something that I realized is that I'm bringing my anxieties and I'm bringing my perspective and I'm bringing my need to constantly compare myself to others into church. And I'm not bringing it in a way to where I'm laying it down on the altar and letting God work on me and heal me in those areas, but I'm bringing it in a way that is hindering my ability to connect deeply with God in that moment, specifically at church, specifically during worship. Because what would happen when I first started going back to church consistently and intentionally, and this is years ago, but when I first got back into church, I really struggled because it was very awkward for me to sit and worship. And it wasn't because I didn't like worship. Like, I would worship at my house by myself all the time. I would listen to worship music, much like Ashley is saying. I would listen to worship music all the time. It wasn't that I didn't like worship music or that I didn't like worship. It was just in the context of all these people, which did very much feel like a concert. In that context, and with me being who I am, socially awkward, introverted, I felt uncomfortable. I felt uncomfortable personally because I was looking at other people and how they were expressing themselves. And in my head, I perceived that their faith was greater than my faith because of how they expressed themselves in worship. And I wanted to be perceived in the same way. So what I would do is I would worship outwardly, putting my hands up and dancing and doing all this type of stuff, when in all reality, that wasn't what was brewing inside of my heart. I just want it to be perceived in the same way that I was perceiving others. And I'll admit that. And over time, what I learned is that it's not about the perception, about what other people think. If that's not really happening in my heart, then why am I worshiping in vain? When God is the one that sees my heart, when God is the one that examines the intricate details of what's happening in my heart, why am I allowing my comparison to corrupt this sacred time of worship? And what happened is, over time, I got to a point to where the worship within my heart was so genuine that I just naturally had to express myself outwardly. I just couldn't help it anymore. And listen, everybody is different. Like, you're gonna worship different than how somebody else worships. I'm specifically talking about in the context of in church, when they're playing music and when everyone's singing and when everyone's dancing. It's gonna look different for you, right? But that's not, worship is not just confined to dancing and singing and praising in church. It's also evident in how we live. Our life is worship. What we do with our time is worship, because it points back to the faith that we have ultimately. And if it points back to the trust that we have in God to believe his word. And now I want to say this to Ashley, because you were saying that you go to church in order to hear the word, not necessarily to worship. I want to read this to you real quick. And once again, I'm not condemning you. I'm not trying to, make you feel bad or anything like that, because I relate to you much more than you might think. Ephesians 5 verse 15. Look carefully then how you walk, not as unwise, but as wise, making the best use of the time, because the days are evil. Therefore, do not be foolish, but understand what the will of the Lord is. And do not get drunk with wine, for that is debauchery. Be filled with the Spirit, addressing one another in psalms and hymns and spiritual songs, singing and making melody to the Lord with your heart, giving thanks always and for everything to God the Father, in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ, submitting to one another out of reverence for Christ. Giving thanks always for everything to God, making melodies, psalms, hymns, spiritual songs to the Lord with your heart. Are there people who are extra performative at church? I'm sure it happens. I'm sure that's the case sometimes. But guess what? We can't be overly consumed with the actions of other people. We have to fix our focus on Jesus. We have to fix our focus on God and allow ourselves to genuinely worship him in our hearts, whatever that looks like for you. It doesn't have to look the same to what everybody else is doing. It doesn't have to look the same, because God knows what's actually going on in your heart. Now, from the perspective of you being a Catholic, and that simply is not within the tradition of what you're used to doing at church, that's just another thing that is a reality. I mean, that's real. And maybe you need to try some different churches and figure out what works for you, and see if you can get around some people and have conversations with some people that allow you to be in a church environment to where you feel comfortable expressing yourself in worship however you need to express, or want to express yourself, depending on how your heart is calling you to do so, if that makes sense. But ultimately, regardless of what church you go to, you know what the one thing that is always going to be consistent? The one thing that's always going to be consistent is people. There's always going to be people. There's always going to be people. And regardless of if they're expressing themselves to what you deem to be genuine or not, you can't control that. We have to really take time to focus on what's happening in our heart and allow God to heal us, because the worship and praise is healing for our hearts. It's healing. Let me play this video and then we'll continue our conversation. So this is what somebody said to her in the comments. Somebody said, "Be for real. If you don't like worship, then you don't listen to the preaching anyways. I pray Jesus shows you the way you need to go. If this is rage bait, do better because things," and then it cuts out. I don't know what the full comment said, but this was her response.
This is not rage bait. Did it ever occur to you that I get very nervous, I get very shaky, and I just feel so awkward when I see people crying, like shaking, swaying back and forth, doing all these elaborate dance moves? And it's partially because of my background, me being that I was raised Catholic my whole life, went to Catholic school, got First Communion, got confirmed. But anyway, that's irrelevant. I'm just, I'm not really Catholic anymore. But that's irrelevant. But the fact that you are trying to condemn me because of something that we both don't agree with is crazy. Saying that there's demons in me, is that really Christ-like to say that there's demons in me? You don't know what's up with me. You don't know what I'm doing. You don't know my background. How dare you sit here and try to condemn me when I am literally just very socially awkward? I'm not against worship and praise music. And matter of fact, that's all I listen to is worship and praise music in the privacy of my own car in my own home. But that doesn't make me feel like there's demons inside of me. I just don't like doing that in church, and I feel awkward. I feel like, everyone else is singing, praising, and crying. Why am I not doing it? I feel like I have to low-key put on a front. I feel like I have to like put on a show, and I don't want to do that. I want to praise God authentically. I want to praise God in my own way. And I'm not saying that whatever everyone is doing is fake, but I feel like the way that they are doing it puts pressure on me to feel like, dang, I need to start crying and praising like that. But it makes me feel so awkward. And that doesn't make me feel like there's a demon inside me. So you know what? I pray for you. I pray that God gives you understanding and patience for others that don't think like you. Instead of you condemning others and calling them demons, you actually grow understanding to them. Because you know what? You're the type of Christian that really pushes other Christians away because you feel like they're not doing things the right way. And that is wrong. God bless you.
So, like I said, this is stuff that I go through. So I'm just going to say what I go through.
Easy.
The awkwardness. You said the way that they worship, it makes you feel awkward. And it puts pressure on you to feel like you need to do what they're doing. Assuming that, because you said that you like the pastor, you just don't like the worship. So you believe that the church is being led by a man of God who is biblical. That's what you believe. Like I said, I don't know anything about the church, so I don't know. I can't confirm that. But based on what you said, right? Okay, trust that what's happening is authentic. Trust that it's authentic. And just allow yourself to sit in that awkwardness. Allow yourself to sit in that awkwardness and ask God, why do I feel awkward in this moment of what is supposed to be reserved to specifically focus on you and praise you and give you worship? Because this is what I have to do. Like, ask yourself that question. Because for me, it points back to myself. Now, like I said, are there instances where maybe the environment that you're in, maybe you need to go switch up your environment. Maybe you need to, try something different. That could be a possibility. But for myself, most oftentimes it points back to me. It's because I'm bringing something within, I'm bringing my own baggage that I'm not willing to open up and let God dissect. That's ultimately how it boils down for me. And when you do this work and when you allow God to do this type of work, I promise you, your perspective will be changed. It will be changed if you allow him to do that. But even what you just said at the end of your video, where you said it's people like you that cause Christians to, you know, turn away from God and turn away from the church. People are going to do whatever they're going to do. They're people. They're going to do whatever they're going to do. We can't focus on their actions and their words and their thoughts and their perspectives to the point where we are led away from God. We have to focus on God and what he says and the truth within his word. And the Bible says, I know you didn't want a whole bunch of Bible thrown at you, but Colossians 3:16. The Bible says, let the word of Christ dwell in you richly, teaching and admonishing one another in all wisdom, singing psalms and hymns and spiritual songs with thankfulness in your hearts to God. And whatever you do in word or deed, do everything in the name of the Lord Jesus, giving thanks to God the Father through him. And the reason why I just want to point that out is because you said that it sounds terrible when I say that the reason that I left church is because I don't like the praise and worship. And I want you to really look at that statement, because there is healing in that. There is healing in that praise and that worship that you see that is happening. And sometimes that's why it looks kind of crazy when we're looking at it from a fleshly standpoint, and when we see people crying, and when we see people on their hands and knees, and when we see all these things happening, there is real healing that is going on in those circumstances. There is real spiritual work that is happening right before your very eyes. But if we're looking at it from a fleshly standpoint, then of course it's going to make us feel uncomfortable, because our flesh is uncomfortable in those situations. And once again, I'm not trying to call you out and make you feel bad, but this is something that I too have to work through because of just the worldview and the personality and the perspective that I brought into my relationship with God. And I'm still trying to unravel and undo a lot of stuff that I used to believe was true, that I now know is a lie. So that's what I think, Ashley. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. I'm curious to know. Get in my comments, like this video. I'm out, y'all.
All right, I'm out.
Hey Jess, are you coming to the morning meeting?
Sorry, Sam.